Hey, it's Rachel. I'm cooking one of the recipes from my latest cookbook, The Little Swedish Kitchen, and I'm going to be making white chocolate and berry mountains. You're going to start off by melting some butter. I have my sugar, that's going to go in there too. Pinch of salt. And some lemon zest. Let that melt and add my other ingredients to a bowl. So I've got some sesame seeds. Ground almonds. Ground almonds are going to add a bit of moisture so the cake or the biscuit isn't too dry. Obviously it has a lovely flavour. Same with the sesame seeds. Actually, I originally made this recipe with only ground almonds, and then when I retested it, I didn't have enough ground almonds, so I added sesame seeds, and it was a really good accident because it tasted delicious. Add 3 eggs. Oh, 1, 2, and the last one, in it goes. So I think this butter is almost melted. So this is done. I'm just going to check on my coconut because I've been toasting it in the oven. Really important you toast your coconut. Brings out that flavour, otherwise it can be quite bland. Be careful when you're toasting it in the oven because it does have a tendency of burning or turning really quickly. So, I've got my eggs, my sesame seeds, my ground almonds, which are in here. Just give it a little stir. And then my melted butter and sugar. Pour that in. In that goes. Scrape out the last bits. Give that a bit of a mix. Oh, good thing I'm wearing an apron today. Butter splashbacks. Okay, and the coconut. Oh, this is like, try not make a mess. That goes in there, tip it all in. And then you just need to mix it together. Be a bit careful at this point, otherwise you end up with coconut everywhere. Well, you can really smell the toasted coconut now. It smells delicious. It's got beautiful golden colour, this. Right, okay, so we have the mixture. It's a little bit warm right now, so you might want to wait a couple of minutes before forming them into little mountains. And this is a twist on a traditional Swedish recipe, kokostoppe. I don't know if I'm saying that right, so if you're Swedish, sorry about the pronunciation. And you find them a lot in cafes. They're little coconut peaks. And sometimes they're dipped in chocolate, sometimes they're just plain, but usually they only have coconut in them, and I thought I'll add some sesame seeds because I quite like that little twist, that little flavour it adds to it. That looks good. The mixture's kind of gluing together, that's what you want. I'm going to use my tray here, you can reuse it, but any baking paper will do. And all you want to do at this point is form them into little mountains, or little pyramids. I mean, if you were really lazy, you could just roll them into balls because there's a little bit more work. So, then you pop it on your tray. This recipe actually is a really fun one to do with kids because obviously they can get their fingers messy, which they love, and they can try and make little mountains too. Nothing wrong with some sweet treats once in a while. That's why it's called a treat. And you obviously, if you're going to have fika, which is a typical Swedish thing to do, it's like having coffee and a bun or some kind of sweet treat, then, you know, it's good to make something at home. It's everything in moderation. So the Swedes have this word called lagom, which has been used quite a lot recently, and it means having a balance or something to be in the middle. So I don't know, my yoga teacher in Sweden, she uses it a lot, and she says, this position or yoga should be lagom. You know, you shouldn't be hurting yourself, but you should be pushing yourself. So yeah, I tend to be on the lighter side of lagom when it comes to yoga. Right, they're finished, so I'm going to pop them in the oven. And you want to bake them for about 20 to 25 minutes, or basically you're looking for like slightly golden on the top, and they should be firm. Right, I'm going to melt my chocolate now, and I'm doing it a bit risky. I'm going to melt it directly in the pot, which a lot of people would say, oh, you should use a bain-marie. You can use a bain-marie if you're not that confident, but if you do it slowly and gently, it's all right like this. So if you wanted to use a bain-marie, you'd get a bowl, a heat-proof bowl, you put a little bit of water down there, and you let the water kind of bubble away, and the heat will warm up the bowl, and that melts the chocolate. And it's a gentle heat, so you don't worry about splitting or overheating the chocolate. I'm lazy, and I'm just going to put it all in here and be like living on the dangerous side. So I have to watch the chocolate while I'm melting it and not let it, you know, overheat, otherwise it will split. Got 3 bars of chocolate there. It's dark chocolate. I wanted to use a dark chocolate because I think the bitterness of the dark chocolate works really well with the sweetness of the coconut. Get that contrast. Otherwise, you can use milk chocolate, but then, you know, you're going to get a very sweet flavoured cake. We're almost there. Look at that. It's melted. Yeah. I'm going to add a pinch of salt. Just adding a pinch of salt to bring out that lovely rich chocolate flavour. Okay, I think that should be fine. There is like 1 or 2 little lumps in there, but the heat from the melted chocolate should make that disappear. I'm going to leave that for the moment. I'm also going to melt some white chocolate. So the recipe in the cookbook has just white chocolate, but I thought, you know what? Why not do white and dark chocolate today? You can switch it up. So that's melted now. I'm going to melt my white chocolate. A lot of chocolate. Or you could even melt your chocolate in the microwave if you have one. With the microwave, because it's so powerful, you do have to be careful. I tend to, if I do have a microwave, I do it like for 10 seconds, check it, do it for another 10 seconds, check it, you know, you get the idea. Okay. Right, I have chocolate melted, dark chocolate, white chocolate, and I need my berries. And then I have everything, just my coconut cakes in the oven. And I think these coconut babies are done. Perfect, look, they're like golden at the top, firm. That's what you're looking for. Right, So I've got some frozen berries here. They're frozen red currants, but you could use any berries you like. If you were very Swedish, you could use lingonberries. Really easy. You just want to grab your melted chocolate. To make it easier, I'm going to pour the chocolate into a bowl. Okay, now all you need to do is take one of these and dip them in. Like so. So I'm going to do some dark chocolate ones as well. Obviously you can do it however you like it. And then to finish them off, some berries. My chocolate and coconut berry mountains, the perfect little fika treat.